Hi and praise God. My name is Evangelo Jason, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Wellness with Shii here at Baraka TV, where we care for you and we value you more than just knowing the Word of God. We also want you to live a holistic life by better managing your emotions. And today's topic is dealing with grief and the 5 stages or process of grief, which I could quickly mention as one of them being denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance being the final one. It is also good to point out that we don't all go through the process the same. So, like in the stages I have mentioned them, we all don't go through them that way, as we are unique in our in how we respond to things and how we process stuff. So one person may the first one might be anger instead of denial and such like. So it's good to understand that, and therefore if you're the one that is going through grief, or you know a person that is going through grief, you're able to better manage them or to better manage yourself when you're going through this process. So the first stage being denial. This is The first stage being denial. This is a process where a person is just numb, and you just want to go through one day at a time. It's just that phase where you just go through one day at a time, and it would come at a time maybe you're already planning for the funeral of the person that has passed away, but you're just going through the motions without really thinking about them. It is the body's or the mind's mechanism of coping with the situation that you're faced with, loss of a loved one. So it is okay. It is okay when you're dealing with a person and you realize that they're not really talking about the person that passed away, or they're not even they don't seem to be aware of it. Just note that it is their mind trying to help them cope with the magnitude of the situation that they are in. Just they sort of just push everything back, and they're just going through the motions. You would tell them, okay, so we will be burying so and so in this particular day. They will say, yes, we've done this, we've done that, we've done that. So they will tell you the actions or the things of the activities that will be taking place, but as an individual they've not really processed the stuff that has happened to them. So that is stage one, what we call denial and isolation. Stage two would be anger. This is where the process where you're just angry, and at times if you're around a person that is going through grief and you find them angry, allow them to be. Just let them be angry. They will be angry with them with God. They will be angry with themselves. They will be angry with the situation. They will be angry, and you're just there wondering what to do with them. Just allow them to express this emotion, and just be there for them. Just be there for them as they are going through this motion of being angry. And as they go through these as they go through this, and as you allow yourself to go through this phase of being angry because of the grief, the loss of a loved one, or as you allow the person that you might be around to be angry about this, it helps them just deal with it. Just deal with it. And some of the things to just note, if you want to know a person, just look at their facial expression, and okay, let me just let them be for this particular time. If you don't want them to explode because of what they're feeling in the inside. So just allow them to be. Just let them be. Just let them be. Just let them be. Even with their outbursts, just let them be for this particular stage. Even as you slowly get them to a process of healing, but they need to deal with this by themselves. They need to deal with this internally as it comes out. And as it comes out, it also helps them move to the next stage of life, of which would be bargaining. And this is where they just say, okay, it's okay, this person died, I need to do ABCD. They also say they lose a loved one through an accident. Then they will say something like, oh, this road, I will make sure all these potholes have been covered, so no one else perishes through this place, or on the no, actually that's not the example. In bargaining, the bargains that this person will be making is they will try to say, I will do ABCD so person A can come back to life, so I will be a better child. So talk about, maybe it's a child that has lost a parent, and they will be saying, no, mommy, I will be coming home early, I will be doing this, I will be doing this, please come back, please come back. So they are trying to bargain with the situation so that the person that they've lost can come back to life. That is that yes, that is that stage. So if you're around a person and they are doing this, and they are doing they are you find them in this kind of conversations, or when they engage you in conversation, this is what they are saying, just allow them to be. So someone would say maybe they missed a phone call by the person that was calling them, or no, they discovered the person that passed away had called them or had tried to reach them, then they were not able to reach them. So they're there saying, oh, when I will pick your call, just call me again, I will pick your call, and such like things. It's just them trying to bargain with the situation, so that they really just want the person that has passed away to come back to life. And this is just a stage, and when you find this, just allow that person to be. And just let them be as they go through this process, and eventually they will get to the next stage, well, which is depression. And this is where we need to be a little bit careful, because if it is not monitored, it can get to deeper levels of depression, where it can go to almost a mental disorder if it's not taken care of. So here you will find a person, maybe it's a husband, or let me just say maybe a loved one, or a person they really valued that has passed away. They lose meaning in life, where they don't want to wake up, they don't want to go out. They now want to imagine their life is valueless without the person that has passed away. So this stage is really critical. It is really critical. And where if you're around a person that has is in has gone is grieving, and they're at this stage of depression, you need to monitor them, you need to be very loving to them, you need to affirm them, you need to be there for them a lot. And most of the times, I have seen that this stage may not necessarily happen prior to the burial. This stage mostly comes in after the burial. And why it comes in after the burial is because during the burial there are a lot of activities that are taking place. Maybe if it's in your home, there are a lot of visitors that are coming, you're doing all these activities. You're generally in the state of denial, so you're doing all these activities, you have so many guests in the house, you're cooking, you're moving around, you're doing all those activities, so your mind is not yet calm enough to sit down and think about, okay, what just happened. But after the burial, when you lay the body to rest, and a lot of times people leave you alone at that stage. Not a lot of people would check on the person after the burial. And this is a stage where if it's a family, you're left alone, and you actually realize the magnitude of the loss of the loved one. If it was a breadwinner or whoever it was in the family, every death is grieved differently. But again, every person that we lose is important, and there's a role they played in our lives, so we will feel that sense of loss. So this is a stage where a lot of people would go through depression, and it's because they're basically alone. So I would want to advise, if you have a family friend, or a family member, extended family member, or a friend that is going through grief, after the funeral, please check on them, please check on them, please check on them. Make it a regular habit to call them out, visit them, stay with them for a longer period of time, so that they are able to go through this process. Because if left alone, they can get to a place where it goes to clinical depression, where they would need more help, the help of a doctor to go through this. So as much as it is a natural process, it can get to a worst state if it is not managed or handled better. So it is important, if you're going through grief, if you feel you're getting to that stage of depression, and it is getting to levels that you cannot manage, you can feel yourself sinking in, seek for help, call out a friend. But also, I would want to talk to the friends and the other family members that would be around a person that is going through this kind of depression. Maybe it is your mom, or it is your sister, and maybe the kind of relationship they had with the person that has passed away. Be intentionally there for them, so that you can draw them out to the living, you can draw them back to the land of the living. And that is very important. So please, let's be cautious about this, and let us do this very intentionally. And maybe the other thing that I found, I know we are quick to say, maybe in the Christian circles, you're quick to tell a person, oh, it is well, it is well. And it's something that I don't like hearing, because I want to believe that the person that has lost a loved one, they it is on it doesn't sound right when you're telling a person that has lost a loved one it is well, because it is not well. They've lost a loved one. So let us allow them to go through the process of grief, even as we encourage them, even as we comfort them, even as we pray for them. But even as you go there, be watchful of the words you say around them. Use words that inspire life, but again, be cautious of what you say around them, so that you don't push them into greater depth of depression, or you don't cause their anger outbursts to be towards you. So be careful of the words you use around a person that is grieving. But the best that would be there, what I've found is that just be there, give them hugs, make for them tea, clean the house for them, just be there for them. If they have children, take care of their children. Maybe just do some activities that engage them. Just be there. Actually being presently there is better than anything you can ever say. The action is what they need at that particular time, that comfort and presence of another person. Okay. Then the other one is the stage where you get to acceptance, and this after you've gone through denial, you've gone through anger, you've gone through bargain, you've gone through depression. Now the last stage is acceptance. So this is a stage where you just accept, okay, it's okay. This person passed away, they're not coming back. It is okay. But even as we say that it is okay, uh, we also you also get to the realization that you've lost this person. They've left. I don't want to say it that way. As we get to this stage of acceptance, you get to realize that yes, you accept that person A has passed away and they're not coming back. So that is the acceptance. But you realize that uh, you slowly learn to live with the loss. So that is actually the acceptance that we're talking about. You slowly learn to live with the loss, because once you've lost a loved one, be it a mother, no one can really replace that. If it's a father, if it's a child, or if it's a close friend, no one can really replace that. And that loss will stays with you, and in some in maybe if you'd be out and you remember something you used to do with that person, and like, oh, but if so and so was here, would have done ABCD. So those memories will still linger. So but what happens is that you accept that they passed away. They are no longer in the land of the living, and you slowly just learn to live without them. But you slowly learn to live without them. Yeah. Actually, that's it. Yes. So in simple terms, you slowly learn to live without them and get back to the land of the living. So for someone that is grieving, this is the stage that you want to get to: acceptance, knowing that that person is gone, they are not coming back, but you're in the land of the living, and that realizing that their memories still live on, and the good things that they achieved, the milestones and all those things are still with you, and you can be able to maybe learn from their lives and become better people, a better person, and move on and live life. And just praying that you will meet them again once we go to be with the Lord. Do you want to say it that way? So I take that. So acceptance. So the acceptance stage is a stage where you get to terms with what happened, and realizing that in reality that person is gone and they're not coming back, but you get to know that you're still in the land of the living, and life sort of moves on, and you even and this is one of the things that uh, kicks people out of the depression stage. Once maybe you go out and you realize, oh, people are still moving around, birds are still singing in the morning, and all those things. I still wake up, I have to eat, I have to do all those things. So once you realize that life has moved on, and the fact that you get to know that yes, person A has passed away, and but their memories are still with you. There are so many things, the life lessons that you learned or you picked from their lives are still there to influence you, because as long as, yes, they're dead physically, they're not there, but the things that they did that infected or affected your life are still there with you. So you just learn to pick on that, you just learn to draw strength on that and move on, and life progresses. So when you're around a person that is going through grief, just look at them and help them through the stages so that they can get to this stage of acceptance. But don't try to hasten the process. Again, realize that every person is different, and a person may be saying, they may be talking as if they're on the acceptance stage, but really they're in the denial stage. So it is just good to allow them to go through the process, and slowly the Lord helping them as you keep them in prayer, as you keep praying for them, as you keep interacting with them, as you keep being intentionally helpful to them, you're able to draw them out until they fully accept what happens and they're able to move on with their daily life. So let's I pray this is a blessing to you. And if you're going through grief, I pray that the Lord will help you through the different stages. And if you know a person that is going through grief, I pray that this information was helpful to you and you'll be a better friend, you'll be a better family member. And remember not to use that word, it is well, to a person that is grieving, because you don't know the magnitude of the pain that they may be feeling. And all you can do, or all that is required of you, is to be there for them, to give a helping hand, to give an embrace, to do even activity, clean for them the house and all those things. They are more helpful. So avoid words that may not really add value, and again, words that may work as triggers for anger outbursts towards you. So God bless you, and remember to share this with friends and family. God bless you.